Hello again, this is our fourth video. In this video, we'll make sure Entity Framework Core application DB context and add instant in the program.cs file and also make sure the database migration. So let's start. So this is our project. In this project, I'm going to create a new folder which is data. So data folder will add class application.cs class application db context.cs class in this folder, and we extend db context, which is entity framework core uh, default libraries. Add new class application db. So public class application db context. I'm going to extend db context. So Visual Studio is smarter already at the entity framework we're using. So I just going to add constructors. Just you can add constructor C chars and double tap. So automatical constructor will be it. So you know what is constructor, and class name and method name is same. Is that is constructor. And we have to add the DB context option here. Let me just maximize my project. So we already have model. I'm going to add DB set here, and on model creating, we have to make sure on model creating dot builder protected. Like model creating base builder, and in the third portion, I'm going to add DB set for once we're going to migrate, then that table will be created into the database. Public DB set category. So just one model, and once we perform the database migration, then definitely we have just one in database. So our application DB context is ready. So now I have to move into program.cs file. So if I explain the project structure, so in the previous .NET 5 we have startup, but in the .NET 6, 7, or 8, just only program.cs file. You have to make sure all services instance and all the services here. Just removing additional things, make it cleaner. So after running, so this makes sure the application running. So we already have a builder. I already builder services as a default a controller with fields. So I'm just going to add connection string here now. So it's string builder.configuration get connection string. So we have a on MSSQL, and you have to make sure your application dot in our third video I already explained the DB connection string. Just you have to pass your connection string in here, and just make sure builder.services services dot and DB context. And DB context, application DB context. Make sure use SQL Server Square and pass the connection string. So we have done the connection. It's the DB database connection for SQL Server. So if we now going to build the project, hopefully there will be no error, and going to the next step for database migration. So project build is success. So our database connection application DB context is okay, and we have added our one model class, and in the application from the application dot JSON file, we pick the DB connection stick name, and we pass the connection stick name in here, and this is just pulling the connection string. So this variable is passing use SQL server builder services, and in our application DB context, we make sure the entity framework for ORM. So this is the summary, and in this very short video, we have make sure how you have to create application DB context for entity framework for DB connection and pass your model name with the DB set, so that once you are going to create migration, that table will create automatically in your database. And the program.cs file, you have to add first inject the connection string name using configuration and get connection string, and you have to pass your connection string like option.use SQL server and add DB context. Already we can, first you have to add the services application DB, and this is the lambda expression. Using lambda expression, you have to pass your connection string. So connection string and SQL server connection string done. I'm just closing this fourth video. In the fifth video, I'll explain how you can migrate database connection, and also the see the database, the automatical database has been created. So see you in the next video. Thank you.